define the things. So one is functional diagrams, data diagrams or object diagrams, and third one is state diagrams. This is the basics of what a design architecture of a machine. Okay, this is the basics you have to understand. Then I told you about classes. Okay, classes are group of objects and things like that. Okay, group of objects, a single object, or group of objects and things like that. Okay, now we are going to work a term called what is called superclass. What is a superclass? Superclass is like a cylinder. I told you this is a cylinder. So cylinder is a superclass of gear. Okay. So for a gear, it has got tooth and other things, but it's a kind of cylinder which is used. So the cylinder comes as the superclass. Okay. A subclass is this tooth or gear shaped and things like that, and circular objects and cylindrical objects. Those cylindrical objects are all. This also comes in the cylinder. Okay, this also comes in the cylinder class. This also comes in this also comes in the cylinder class. This also comes in the cylinder class. But that is superclass. Superclass means comes in the class cylinder, but but comes under the lower classes. What is called the wrench class. Okay, this is called the wrench class. No, this is called the chuck class. This is called the wrench class. Okay, so this is the subsystem. Okay, subsystem. So you say super means you are calling a function which is outside the realm. Okay, so for a cylindrical objects, it has got certain set of functions and this thing. So if you want to call a class above your class, then you say super. Okay, so subsets are called as a kind of child. Okay, you say child. So when you're calling a function within a particular running state environment, then you say child. Okay, so that is called a child environment or subsystem calls. Okay, so there are two things, one is super, one is sub. Okay, so right there in the middle is what your function is, actual function is. Okay, so this is the classifications. When you do classifications, like the tree is bigger than the leaves. Okay, then the roots, the stems and things like that you have to call the things whichever we want to call. That is called superclass is tree, then subclass is stem, then still further subclasses leaf. Okay, so that is how the super class, and when you call super, the keyword super, and when you call the word child and things like that, so that those are all keywords. Okay, when you say class, it's just your class. Then after that you say class super means you are calling it something which is the super class. Okay, that class is above your class, so that you call that, and below the classes then you will learn terms. So too many things like homomorphism, isomorphism, polymorphism, and morphing. What is a morphing? Morphing is basically when you turn this into this. Okay, so you're turning the whole thing into this kind of unit. Okay, this kind of unit. Okay, so that is called morphism. Morphism is turning, like this iron can be melted and it can be made into this. So morphing is basically change of shape and this thing and data or something like that. Okay, so change of an object is called morphism. Okay, then you have what is called polymorphic classes, then you have polymorphic objects, then you have polymorphic functions. Functions also called be polymorphic. Functions also are called polymorphic. Polymorphic means a function which has got two things. It's called polymorphic function. So this object has got two functions which is you can use it this also and this also. So this is called polymorphic function. Okay, somewhat similar to that. So don't take things too hard. Okay, in the sense like, okay, you told me like this and this is the way it is. Like not like that. So you have to clearly understand what is a polymorphic class. You have to use what is a polymorphic object, what is a polymorphic function, and those kinds of things you have to clearly understand before coming up with what is a polymorphic function and what is a isomorphic. Isomorphic is similar to this. Okay, these are isomorphic. The isomorphic, they are exactly equal. Okay, equal.